Welcome to the CIOPCC and this week's top 10 list. So this week we're going to talk about Superman. I have to get around to doing a favorite collection on Superman at some point too. But the reality is, I had to preface this by saying I am not a huge Superman collector. So if you are, you're probably going to have a lot of figures I don't have. So your list is probably going to be fairly different than mine. However, these are my favorite of the set I have. And quite a few of them do come from DC Direct. As you can see, this whole long shelf down here of DC Direct stuff. They produce lots of Superman. I'm also not going to include any of the Super family. So there's no Superboys, Supergirls, no Bizarros. We'll talk about those later. Let's start out with number 10, who is from DC Direct, Alfred E. Newman as Superman. The What Me Worry character from Mad Magazine. You can see they did a whole bunch of different characters with him in their costumes. I'm going with the Superman here in my number 10 slot. He's fun, he's silly, he's got a great expression that's perfect for Superman. It just works for me. Number 9 is also going to be a silly and fun one, and in actuality, you saw him right behind Alfred E. Newman, but I've got a better one down here that you can see. That is the Aardman version of Superman. This style, sort of this claymation, stop motion sort of style of these characters. DC Direct did these. There's even a Joker over here that I love. But the Superman is just a lot of fun. Because he's just so much fun, he gets number 9. Now, number 8 is going to be another DC Direct. So we've done 3 DC Direct already. And number 8 is going to be their Dark Knight Returns Superman. You can see behind him there's a version by Mattel. But it's the one in front there that I really like. I think they did a really nice job capturing the look. They also did one in another color combo, which I have over here. A little more matte. But it's just a terrific figure. Alex Ross, of course, they did plenty of as well. And I'm going to pick one of their versions, this one, for the number 7 spot. You know, they couldn't leave the Alex Ross artwork alone. They did plenty of different characters from him. But this is of the Superman they did using that style. So it's my favorite, and he's going to get number 7. So let's see, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are all DC Direct. So now we're going to actually get a Mattel in here. And this one is going to be from the old DC Superheroes line. This is Cyborg Superman, and he's done in a 12-inch scale. He's not super articulated. You can see they also did some Batman. They did a Killer Croc in this size. But it was this Cyborg Superman that I really liked. I think they did a nice job. And it's kind of an unusual character for them to do. So Cyborg Superman there gets the number 6 spot. Now we'll stick with Mattel here for a second because, well, I could do the Superpowers, the original Superpowers line. I have that Superman over there. He's cool and everything. But you know what? He's just, other than the nostalgia factor, doesn't stand out to me. However, when Mattel did their line of Superpowers figures, based on the old ones in terms of packaging and similar with the style, it was the Superman here that I really do like. This is done in the DCUC style of articulation, one of the better, you know, their later styles of articulation with plenty of joints. It's a great looking sculpt. Really nice figure. And he gets number 5. Speaking of Mattel, geez, that's 2 in a row. This is the 3rd Mattel figure. They're going to get it for their DC Superheroes. This version came out before DC Universe Classics. He's a nice, clean, simple Superman. You can see he fits in nicely with the rest of the line. There's a Bizarro next to him. And he gets number 4. I'm going to be talking about Bizarros in another video at some point, and you'll see more of those. Now we're into the top 3, and 2 of those 3 come from Hot Toys. Number 3 spot is Henry Cavill as Superman. Now they did several versions of him. This is one of the first ones they did, and he's, I think, my favorite of the ones I have. Really like the flow of the cape. I really like the felt nature of the body and the suit. Nice head sculpt. Really well done. Of course, Christopher Reeves is going to get here in the top 2. And his version gets number 2. It's from the 112 Collective. Super clean figure. I love their costuming. I think they did a fantastic job on it. Really well articulated, as are all their figures. A very accurate sculpt for a 6.5-inch figure. Nice playset that came with it. Great figure. Now, they did other Supermen, as you can see there on the shelf. But when it just comes to overall quality, the Christopher Reeves gets my number 2. And Hot Toys goes back to number 1, also with Christopher Reeves. Come on, he's the greatest Superman ever. Of course, they did both the evil version, and you can tell he's evil because he has 5 o'clock shadow, and the good guy version. I'm picking the good guy version as number 1. He has the cool base and an excellent Christopher Reeves head sculpt, especially, remember, this is earlier Hot Toys. So there you have my top 10 Superman action figures. Let me know what yours are. Make sure you subscribe. And until Wednesday, when we do another favorite collection, I hope you have a good one.